I've been waiting a long time to do this interview. Welcome to today's program. I'm so glad you've taken the time out of your busy schedule. All right, so my guest on today's program is a recorded gospel artist and worship artist. He has had the privilege of being bestowed with a plethora of awards. He is featured alongside and shared the stage with other international gospel artists such as Todd Dulaney, Jonathan Nelson, Noel Robinson, and one of my favourites, Diane Hamilton, plus many more. The great thing about this guy is an interesting thing that I got to share with you. He comes from a musical family, right? And on his musical journey, he began in the evenings before he retired for the evening. Himself and his parents and his four siblings, they would sing a melody of Christian songs as part of their prayer time. I find that not strange, but quite amusing. Anyway, my guest on the program today, Wole Awolola. I
That's
got it right
it.
that time.
Yes, you got it right.
Welcome to today's show, my friend. Welcome to today's show.
Thank
You
you
have
so much.
started the year 2023 in fine style. You've
Yes,
released a new single, "The Goodness of God," and the great
that's
thing
right.
about this, Wole, is that it's the first time ever that
Yes,
this well-known Christian song that has been sang all over the world has been recorded as an R&B version.
that's right.
Yes. All right. So look, we're going to get to the reasons why you chose to do that. We're going to get to
Sure.
it. But in true tradition, we like to give some background on our guest. We
Yes.
like to find out and let the viewers, listeners know where you're coming from and so forth. So let's start off. Let's start off by asking you this question: Were you born in the UK?
No, I wasn't. Born in Nigeria, born and bred and raised.
Tell us exactly where.
Also, Lagos, Nigeria, in the western part of Lagos. My parents, my dad, well, both of them. My dad was a minister in the local church he attended, and my mom was in the choir. And we grew up, were born into and grew up in a musical family. And yeah, I came over when I was 18, when my parents thought, go further your studies and let's see how it goes from there. So, and the rest is like they say, history.
It's history. So,
Yeah.
brothers and sisters, tell us about your siblings because I did mention in the intro that you have got
Yes.
siblings, four of them, right? How does it break
Yes.
down? Where do you come in the lineup?
Well, I'm the second born and the first son. No pressure,
Okay,
huh? I've got an older sister, an immediate younger brother, and then two younger sisters. And the amazing thing about our family, and credits to how our parents raised us, is we all five of us are into music ministry. So my older sister, she sings in a choir. My younger brother, who used to be the best singer of the family, we
okay,
traded
used to
places.
be.
Right. So basically, he was the best singer in of the siblings really back then growing
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and where at the point in time I picked up a guitar and I started teaching myself, but then I went towards the bass guitar and I could just hold the line, self-taught, nobody to show me the ropes, but I managed to. I would listen to songs and just follow after. So, but my brother came over to join in the UK and he just took over. So we swapped places. My brother is one of the baddest bassists in the land right now. He's a musician, and then my two younger sisters, they're both married to pastors. They're praise and worship leaders, and they're singers in their own right. So it's like it's we carry the legacy on from my parents, really. Yes,
Okay, so that leads me to ask this question.
sure.
Have you ever sang or recorded with any of your siblings?
Not yet, but work in progress. Work in progress. And
Work in
I tell you
progress.
what,
Work in
um,
progress.
I broke out in a direction that nobody suspected or even expected because, growing up, the artists that I listened to, both the local ones and international ones, like King Sunny Ade, Fela, well, not so much of Fela, but Bob Marley, you name it, Yvonne Shakataka of South Africa and the rest of it. I didn't have any R&B influence or urban gospel influence on me when I was growing up. So to have suddenly come out of nowhere and be singing the way I sing and my style of delivery was kind of like a shock to the rest of my family. So for us to do something together, we've been trying to find that commonality, but it's there. So, but we joke about it, we play about it, but it's in the pipeline. Yeah, we definitely gonna come and work on something together. Yes.
I am so pleased that you've decided to record this well-known Christian anthem in an R&B style. Um,
Yes.
would you say it's got anything to do with the fact that some of your favorite artists from back in the day, people like Shaka Khan, because she's like one of the ultimates. She's like the singer. She's like the secular version of Kimberell or Karen
Yeah.
Clark.
Yes.
But
You
yeah,
can
would
say
that
that.
have anything to do with it? Because primarily you're known
Yes.
as a what we call in church settings a worship leader. So for
Right.
you
Right.
to into the
Switch
R
up.
and B, what happened there? Tell us about the change, my brother.
Yes. Right. Now the interesting thing is that when I came to the point in my life where I wanted to fine tune what I had. I wanted to be uh I wouldn't say unique because I wouldn't say unique, even though I ended up well, people would say I am unique, but I wanted to fine tune what I had. So eventually, long story short, I ended up in a voice training session or school. And there I was exposed to some of the best singers in the UK at that time in that voice training class. But my already prior to that, I started listening to a lot of R&B songs, and then I was exposed to gospel groups like Commissioned, and especially Fred Hammond, and then of course the secular ones as well, like uh, 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 oh gosh, they all Boys to Men. I mean, hey, Boys to Men.
My gosh.
You name them, all of them. Aaron Hall, all of them. So and I gravitated towards that style, that delivery. I thought it was rich. I thought it was diverse. I thought it wasn't out of control. It was still controlled, but it wasn't in your face, so to speak. And I love the richness of it. And so I gravitated towards that, and I started picking up, a few licks here and there. So I was actually a proper R&B singer, but because I also belong in a church choir. uh, Choir singing is different than R&B, but I always, because it's like comparing, I don't know, Boyz II Men with Hezekiah Walker. It's quite kind of different. So I was, I had to sing as a choir and all that, as a choir member, tenor in the choir. But then every time I got the chance to lead in songs, I would still lead as if I was singing R&B. And then I got into a position where I started leading in the worship. And the training and understanding that I came to over a few years was that when it comes to leading people in worship, uh, it's not a solo effort. The objective is to get the people to a place where they will carry on worshiping. So I had to strip myself back of all my riffs and runs and all of that, and to make it, yes, I had to,
Yeah,
I was one of those that would riff out a line, one single phrase that, it will throw you off
yeah.
impossible, but thankfully. So I've done that, and I realized that over the years, as I did that, people were appreciated how I led, such that the R&B influence was still there, and it marks me out different than others. So there
Yeah.
was the good singing followed by good leading in worship. So the combination. So I'd done that for a few years, and then of late I decided I want to come back to my first love, R&B. So
I am
yeah,
so
so this
pleased.
song, yeah,
I am
yes,
so
sir.
pleased. There are so many people that I can think of. You mentioned one already that I think is a favourite of both of ours, Fred Hammond, who has many different styles. He can worship. He can go the R&B route, gospel wise.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
plays bass. He
yes.
continues to play bass, not like
It
yourself that
continues to
started and
play.
stopped. But yeah,
That's right.
I know he's a favourite of yours. We actually share the
Oh yeah.
same birthday, Fred and I. Um,
Oh
we're just
wow.
1 year apart, but same day
Oh,
in
man.
December.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we've got that in common. But yeah, I can see similarities there between you and Fred, and that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing.
That listen,
So so
I
so
call him
you
Uncle
know,
Fred.
yeah, Fred, I love him. He got me in. I must say
Yes.
that he actually, when I came to Christ, it
Yeah.
was it was the music side of gospel that helped me to get in, because
Wow.
most people can relate to what I'm about to say.
Right.
So, you kind of think, I've been, this person's been asking me to attend church near enough every week, but man, I'm not really feeling it. I kind of feel like it's boring. And then one
Yeah.
day, someone played me a few tracks from a commission album,
Wow.
and man, that was it. I was
Woo.
sold. I was like, what? If they've got music like this,
Yeah.
I'm
I
in.
mean, I mean,
And then the world just opened up to, right in front of me in terms of all of the different styles,
yeah.
jazz,
Wow.
reggae, lovers rock,
Yes.
dance hall,
Yeah. Yeah.
R&B, house
Everything. Everywhere.
music,
Yeah.
nearly every genre that you can think of, right?
Right.
It's
That's
right
right.
there. Isn't that a
That's
great
right.
thing?
That is amazing. That's echoes the words of now Bishop Hezekiah Walker when he came to London sometime last year, because I think he started up a branch of his church, and he was being interviewed. On the interview, that he said something to the effect that uh, there are many expressions that God allows for us to worship Him with. We are meant to be as creative as possible. So even within the Christian or gospel music industry, different expressions are allowed. Don't get boxed into anything. In fact, it was people who put me into that category of R&B, because I just, at a point in time, I just sang what came to me. I still didn't think I was R&B proper. I came to the point where I said, you know what, I'm just gonna sing what I sing, and you label it whatever you like. So, but if you can sing and spring a chicken neck and do something different, listen, do your thing. It's
Yeah.
yes. So
As
that's
long
a
as
good
it's
thing.
as long as it's to the glory of God, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's what we're
That's right.
talking about. So I'm hoping that as you continue this route, that you will be well received, and that the brothers and
Amen.
sisters will embrace you. So this
Amen.
this new single that you started the year with, "The Goodness of
Yes.
God," was released,
Yeah.
and the original was done by the Bethel Music Group.
That's
Um,
right.
but out of all of the songs that you could have chosen, Wole, why
Yes.
this song in particular? What
Right.
was the
So that's a
reason?
very good question. Very good question. So the first time I heard the song was uh, during a watch night service at church. The worship leader started singing it. It was the first time, and I kind of like was paying close attention to the lyrics, because I'm a lyrics guy, really. I think lyrics does it for me. I like telling stories, and this song was building a story. Because for those who really study this particular song, or any good song, you will see that verse 2 is a follow-up on verse 1, and the chorus brings it together, and then
Yeah.
there's a bridge that takes you, like, gives you a helicopter view of the whole story, and then comes right back into the story. So it's like it takes you on a journey. So the song starts with, the song is a conglomeration of thanksgiving, worship, confession, gratitude, celebration, all in one. By the time this worship leader got to the second verse, I was sold on it. I was like, yes, I was my hands were up and I was giving thanks to God. I couldn't wait. So subsequently it kept resonating in my mind. And then of course as a worship leader, I added it to my worship set list repertoire. And I found that everywhere I went to lead worship, people quickly latched onto the song. They just let loose in gratitude, in celebration. So I just thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna record a version of this myself. Yeah, and here we are.
And here we are. And I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
you've done well with it because I actually do like the song. And for the
Oh,
listeners of the solo radio program, you're going to hear the track right after we finish the interview. But yeah, it's a fantastic version of a well-known song that is sung in churches all over the world. The Goodness of God. Tell us
yes.
about some of the technical behind the scenes aspects to the song. Who produced the actual song and who were the artists that played on the track?
Right. So on this particular track, was a whole studio project, and the music was sequenced. There were no live instruments per se, so no live guitar, live drums, but it was sequenced. But I had the unique privilege and opportunity to have one of the best producers in Nigeria. He goes by the name of Mr. F, EFF, well, which is short for his first name, Femi. He came, was a friend of mine hooked me up with him. He came, he was equally impressed at how my work ethos, my work, my approach to doing stuff. We didn't waste time. Now, I'm going to say something that some people may not believe, but the truth is there. Goodness of God, this version that you're going to play, that people listen to, was recorded, vocals, music, everything was done within 2 hours. All of it, laid
My
vocals,
goodness,
music. Yes, because we
that
came
is
prepared. I came
amazing.
prepared, and he loved that because I wasn't, I didn't go into the studio thinking, right, should I do this now? What do you think? No, it was, he had heard it. We came, we fine tuned a few things here and there, and bam, went for it. So Mr. F played and produced this track, but I think I had hinted you before that I have some other tracks which are going to come together as an album, which I had the privilege of having some of the most talented musicians in the UK on that one. The other songs are produced by Yomi Shaindemi, who goes by the name of Mr. Humberlist. And then I've got Luke Smith, the one and only Luke
The
Smith
one and
on
only Duke
keys.
himself.
That's right. That's right. And then I've got his, why do I keep forgetting his name? The leader of IDMC, John
John
Fisher, his
Fisher,
son.
his son.
Yes, his
Okay,
son played
nice.
the bass on that track, from those three tracks actually. So,
Okay.
and I've got some of the great guys on it that I can't remember their names, unfortunately.
Listen, we're not going to put you under any pressure today. It's a fantastic lineup, absolutely
Yes,
fantastic lineup.
yes,
I'm sure you're well pleased. How's it actually going at the moment? Because it's been out for a little while. What's the
yes.
reaction?
It's been amazing. The reaction has been, it was I wouldn't say a breath of fresh air because people, it's a great song, but okay, I'm gonna put it right there. People have been telling me they prefer my version. I'm gonna tell you straight up. They said they prefer my version, and not that it's better, but I guess it's because I've had time to play around with and put a different slant to it. So they coming from a place of something they know already and compare it with something in a new version of it. But it's been great. People have been downloading. People have been going on my website to download, and they've been sewing. They didn't buy it. They give a whole lot more than the value of the track, well, what I'm selling it for.
I'm so glad.
It's wonderful. Wonderful.
I'm glad you mentioned that you can download it. So give us the full SP on how to get our hands on the track. If we want to buy it today, what should we do?
Okay. By today, the best way that you can to help me will be to go to my website, www.wole, that's Wole, Awolola, Awolola, woleawolola.com. That's woleawolola.com. I've actually opened it up for free download and with the option of people giving whatever they can afford towards it. If you are not in a position to give anything, no worries whatsoever. The song will bless you regardless. So they can go there. For those who want to stream it, if you want to share it, it's on all the digital platforms. You name it, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, all of them, absolutely everywhere. And soon I'll be following up with a video.
Yay! Excellent. So I cannot wait to see the video that goes along with this.
Yes.
So I guess you're writing the storyboard and things like that, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's been produced already.
Okay.
We produced the video. Just give it a bit of time for the audio to circulate well, and then follow up with this amazing
Okay.
video we've
Yeah.
shot
That's a
for.
smart move
Yeah.
actually, because sometimes you've got to let certain things breathe, right? Let them
Yes.
breathe a
Yes.
little bit, then you add some more
Yes.
life to it, right?
That's
Nice one.
it. That's it.
Who
Yes.
produces the video for you?
So it's a friend of mine by the name of Marcus. I'm not sure many people know him. He's a quiet guy. He doesn't like limelight or whatnot. He
Okay,
will do
okay, I'll get
stuff
that.
and yeah,
I get that.
yeah,
And usually
yeah.
these guys that are kind of quiet in the background, they're the most talented,
Ooh,
humble and
listen,
talented, right?
they're on teams, man. They're on teams.
Well,
Without them, we
I
can't
am
do
so
what we
pleased
do.
that you took time out of your busy schedule today. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you so much for having me, sir.
No problem. And I look forward to when you put the album out. It's going to be in
Yes.
a few months' time, right?
Yes, it's going to be in a few months' time, and I plan on doing a few things to build up, support for that, which I'll be sending out information as I put them together. Yes.
Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Just before I let you go, tell us. I know you've got the video coming. I know you've got the album coming. Is there anything
Yeah.
else that you want to sort of like give us a sneak peek into? Is there anything else that you're looking forward? Maybe
Yes.
maybe an event or something.
Yes. Yes. I'll confirm the dates once I have it, but I plan on having a night of Wole Awolola live at the Pizza Express, London. So
Okay, that is a
yes,
lovely
yes,
venue. That is
yes.
that is a
A
lovely venue.
nice
So many
focus.
people have done things in there. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
let me know so I can
Yes.
get myself over there, be in the front row with my banner. But for now,
That's it.
thank you so much for being a guest on the program today. Well,
Thank you so
we
much.
really appreciate you. And yeah, just keep on doing what you're doing, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you
Take
so
care
much.
now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Well, there you go. My guest on the show today. He has a new single out. Make sure you go and get it online. It's called The Goodness of God. I really enjoyed the interview today, and I hope you have as well. And if you have, why not consider subscribing to the channel? Why don't you give us a like and leave a comment as well? I like to read your comments. But from me, Grant Lee, thank you so much. Check out one of the other videos that's coming up on screen, and I'll catch up with you again later. Take care now.